In this section, we're going to talk about doing a rigid insulation infill and then putting the roof right on top of that. Now, this is for the owner that really wants the extra protection of ice and water shield on his job, on top of his roof, so you get extra protection, and is concerned about having continuous insulation coverage. Okay, so continuous insulation coverage, extra ice and water shield, and then give you the least chance of having a leak during the construction, right, during the recover, because you can do this method and be watertight pretty much the whole time, which is, you know, a high concern for a lot of people. The only thing here is that you're only adding weight, albeit, you know, the amount of weight that you're going to add in this system really depends on how much insulation. So you can use an ISO, you can go over the top pretty fast, and so you just need to calculate your weights to make sure that that you're not going over. Also, this system you can use in really high wind uplift zones, because basically you're attaching the standing seam panel directly through to the purlins. And so if you're using continuous clips, if you're using a symmetrical panel with continuous clips, you can narrow up the panel spacing and use continuous clips at 5 foot on center. We're up to like 167.5 pounds allowable at 5 foot on center with this system. So which you could use with either a roof hugger at 5 foot on center or this method with, at 5 foot on center. So the first thing that you're going to do with this idea or this method is you're going to use some flute fill. So it can be ISO flute fill or it can be EPS flute fill. I like this stuff because it's form fit, right? It's form cut. And you can get this stuff cut where it's a little bit tighter. This stuff has got a little bit of a slop in it. And then you put ISO on top of it, or you could just use an HD cover board. I like using ISO myself. Basically, you're going to put 4x8 boards, and then you can fasten all this system down just lightly to the existing panel to hold it in place. You can put your ice and water shield on this, and then you put your roof on. So you got your roof panel goes on, and then if you need to use continuous clips, then continuous clips gets installed first. So then you would take the 2 continuous clips, and these things, like I said, can be running any length up to about 30 feet. So you take the continuous clips, you put them back to back, you clamp them together, and then you're going to use a long fastener. These are probably not quite long enough, but this is a long Tech 3 fastener that's designed to attach into a purlin. So you're going to have to mark where your purlins are, and these continuous clips are attached with 2 fasteners per side, so it's going to be 4 fasteners per connection into the purlins. And so you don't need a bearing plate if you're using the continuous clips. If you're using individual clips, then you're going to want to use a bearing plate. So the individual clips are going to install on the side of the panel. You're going to set a bearing plate down over the purlin, and then you're going to set your clip into the panel like that. And then you're going to fasten through your bearing plate into the purlin below, and then and you just got to mark your purlins where they are. So this can give you a really good installation of a watertight roof. You're not going to get any structural enhancement. You're only adding weight, so you want to make sure that you get straight with the engineering to make sure that the roof is good with having this weight added onto it. But this is a great system for high wind uplift. If they want continuous insulation, and they want to be watertight the whole time. So this is a good system for those kind of situations, right? And then you can use whatever width panel that you want to on top. But just, you may have a little struggle getting through some of these ribs, but most of the time you're not. I've seen very little problem with that. So great system for that type of installation. I hope this has been informative for you. This is going to be the end of this video regarding how to recover an R panel. Hope this has been helpful. And the next video is going to be how to recover a low floating standing seam on open purlins. So I hope you watch it. Have a great day.